welcome back to the channel, and today the task is simple. Build a vehicle capable of completing the entire Grand Prix Circuit without anybody driving it. So yeah, this is a self-driving car challenge, and I don't think I've ever built a self-driving car in Trailmakers. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's not easy to remember every single video I've done sometimes, but I think this is actually like a simple self-driving car shouldn't be hard to build, and I think under normal circumstances would make the task pretty easy. But this race has some particular things about it that I think is going to make this a hard challenge. So the big thing is that these, the edges of the course, the sensors aren't going to be able to detect these. So I can't use this information. I can't like have them detect like a color that's different than tarmac or anything like that. So instead, I think we're going to have them detect the walls. Now, the issue with the walls is if you look as we go through the course, the walls do not very accurately follow the actual course itself. There's a lot of just a lot of turns away from the course, like this over here. So there's going to be issues with the vehicle isn't going to know when to turn until like it's too late, I think. Like this, I could see being a big problem spot with how wide that goes. Well, that might not be too bad, but I guarantee there's going to be like a point on this course. Oh, like right here. This is going to be terrible. So this wall opens up, and then we have like a 90-degree turn. So what's going to happen is if we're using the right wall as our indicator, we're going to be facing this way. And then we're essentially at an angle that would direct our car back that way. I'm now just realizing that I don't know how to do this challenge. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about these things. There's like a couple different ways to do it. We either turn away from the walls when we detect a wall, or we turn towards a direction until we detect a wall. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna build something basic and see what happens, and then try to adjust from there. I don't know how big this thing needs to be yet. We're probably gonna end up having like a decent amount of sensors and logic in this thing, but we don't want to go fast. So as far as propulsion goes, I'm probably just gonna use a basic bulldog engine for now. Now keep in mind, I am not going for the fastest time I can. I'm going for a time. I just want to be able to complete it. I think that is going to be the real challenge, is can I even complete the course with a self-driving car? So the most basic thing I can think of is if you detect a wall, you turn away from it. I don't think it's going to work in the long run for this course, but let's just see what happens and try to see if we can figure out how to fix it. All right, so here's my initial design. Well, no, I'm designing the initial design right now. So let's just give this like a 5-meter detection range. So now if this detects a wall, we want it to turn left, which would essentially mean a negative output to these. If this detects a wall, we want it to turn right, which would just be a positive output to these. So now we need to go though. So the way I'm gonna do this is we'll set the engine to, I'll just press number 1, that toggles the engine on, and then it is going to be self-driving. And then just to prove that it is gonna be self-driving, we are going to disconnect my seat from the steering, so I cannot manually steer this. All the steering is going to come from the sensors. So let's see what happens with this car. Here we go. Now I just sit and wait. Oh, I forgot that we're actually in the race now too. All right, here we go. It doesn't have any sensors on the front. It's just on the sides. All right, first test. Oh, look at that. We have a self-driving car. Yeah. Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. Now we're stuck. All right. Obviously needs improvement, but the basics are there now. All right, I'm gonna switch these to this orientation now. We need it to do something when it sees things in the front. All right, I'm gonna change the steering itself to be slower, 0.5, and a shallower angle, 15 degrees. I'm gonna turn steering help off. Or maybe I should have it be faster to respond. That way it actually like goes back to center quicker, but just a shallower angle. What I'm also gonna do is set this to, I get 30 degrees actually is probably good. And I'm just gonna put that there, and then copy and paste this one, put it there, and then I have a NOR gate that is going to activate these steering hinges. So now we've got that. All right, so now we have a little bit more range of visibility, a little bit more resolution here. So, and we changed our steering sensitivity. So now let's see what this ends up doing. All right, here we go. We're gonna detect this. Okay, so we should have a less extreme of an angle of our steering. Oh, yeah, see, the problem is when we go up to a wall perpendicular to the wall, like this, we might detect it just in time. No, okay. All right, so now we're going in the wrong direction. All right, so one thing I'm realizing is the front sensors should actually have a longer distance, I believe. So let's set the front sensors to 10 meters. Let's just see how this feels now. I'm gonna go ahead and activate. Oh, see, I'm already at a bad angle though. This is really hard just because of all these like, I don't know what they're called, like sand traps or something. All right, so now they've both detected the wall, so they do nothing. If both of them detect the wall, like it's a gamble whether or not left or right is going to be the appropriate direction to turn. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Because this section right here is actually a really hard section. Because that wall on the right is really close, which makes you want to go that way. But then that wall is kind of ready to catch you head on. So inevitably, we're going to end up going off course just because like there's no way to detect the actual road itself. So I'm gonna consider everything between the walls is fair game. So what I think I want to try now is rather than try to stay in between two walls, let's try to program the vehicle so that it stays near one wall the whole time. So essentially we're going to follow either the right or the left wall. Now, there could be, one of these could be easier to do than the other. They are two very different sides of the course. The right wall has like that area. Here, let me get in a rocket real quick. All right, so I got to do some scouting to see which wall is going to be easier to follow. Right now, I don't like this left wall because that section there. This right wall, that section's not too bad for the right wall. Left wall goes way out again. Right wall has that really sharp turn, which could be kind of hard to detect. It might be too sharp. Ooh, this is a weird section for the left side. Oh, I don't like this part for the left side. That's kind of weird. They both have a lot of costs and benefits. This is a weird section for the right side, but totally doable. I'm leaning right side. Well, let me see what the end of the course feels like. I know there's like these big curves over here. Yeah, this is going to be super easy for the road. Oh, hold on. What's going to happen there? No, that'll be fine. It's a small enough gap. Another sharp turn on the right side. Oh, here we go. No, we can't do right side. We actually have to do left side because of the pit stop. Okay, well, that kind of forces our answer there. Okay, so now for this to work, we essentially want to have an we want our vehicle to always be gravitating towards the right until we detect the wall. Then we stop gravitating towards the right and we turn left. So what we could do, we have a logic gate. This logic gate goes out to the steering and it goes out as like 0.5. And then this just is always on that logic gate. So now I believe we should be steering a bit to the right. And then when our right sensors detect the gate on the right, it turns us. All right, that turn was a little aggressive. Wait, something weird's happening here though. This sends a negative, this sends a negative. So I'm gonna switch this to an XOR gate because I want the right steering to also turn off once either of these activates. All right, so these two distance sensors go into the OR gate. So if either of these detect the wall, they will send a signal here, activating the OR gate, which goes into the XOR gate, which should then turn off. And the XOR gate is what is going into the steering. So you can see we are turning to the right. And then if either of those detect, we should turn left. There we go. There we go. All right, well, now we should continue turning to the right. All right, no, maybe we need to turn right a little bit more. All right, now we're definitely turning right more. All right, now we're turning away and we turn back. Oh, it's not enough. Oh, there we go. That still works at least. Uh-oh. The steering is a little much right now. Wait, why isn't... Oh, they're both getting detected. I see. This isn't doing as well as I was expecting when it comes to following the wall. So here, let me bring it over to this side here. Oh, I can't. I can't spawn over there. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be detecting the left side. Oh, wait a minute. If I detect the left side, that means I'm gonna be over there. Is the finish line gonna finish there? Or do I have to be on the road? I don't know. Maybe I don't need to actually complete a physical time, but you know, getting around the whole course is the goal. All right, so instead of turning to the right, we are just going to reverse this and go negative. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We're okay. All right, let's see what happens now. All right, yeah, that's good. It's just the steer. I might need to switch my steering out for servos instead of hinges, because the hinges, their travel time, they take too much time to travel between their end point and their starting point. All right, yeah, this is gonna be a problem here, I think. Yeah, that's a problem. All right, I don't think I need this one anymore. Although instead, I'm just going to have it be output 0 rather than getting rid of it. All right, now I got servo steering. All right, now let's see if we follow this left wall. Why is that right sensor detecting something? All right, I think I need to reverse these sensors. I think the lower part of the sensor is detecting the ground. So if I reverse them like this, it should be the upper part of the sensor. There we go. Now they're not flashing. All right, so now we're following the left wall at least. You can see that these, that the servo responds much quicker. So this is gonna be our life, like as far as the stability of this vehicle. It's going to be very jerky, but this is what we're going to need because we're trying to follow the left wall by staying within the line of range here. All right, so far, this is working well. I kind of wish I could go faster just to see, like, get to the other parts of the course quicker and see what happens, but faster is just going to make it harder for it to respond effectively, I think. But this is doing what I want it to do. This is good so far. All right, I'm gonna, since I haven't started at the beginning, let's make sure that we can actually start at the beginning. The problem here is like, I can't actually start inside the thing. Hold on, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna turn it off. All right, now go. Well, this is a problem. Yeah, this is definitely a bit of a problem here. Since there's no wall on the left side at the beginning, we don't actually start the race. Oh, we're going now. All right, we're on. We're in the, it took us 30 seconds just to get the race started, but let's see what happens here. All right, so I am realizing that the default steering angle when nothing's being detected, I don't know, that you kind of want it to not be too sharp because you don't want to do a full circle and face the wrong way against the wall, but if it's not sharp enough, you might miss some turns. Here, let's do a different camera angle. All right, now it's a waiting game. Can it make it? Can it make it all the way through the course or not? Whoa, oh, something weird happened there. I think it was just getting on back on the course. There's a little bit of like a invisible lip with this side barrier to the course. All right, so far though, it's actually doing really well. It's just when we have these really irregular sections that I'm concerned if it's gonna mess up the sensors or not. Okay, this next part of the course up here is like the hairpin turn part of the course, but since we're on the left side of the wall, I don't anticipate it's gonna be a big issue yet, but I think there's like more of a left side hairpin coming up. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh no. Oh no, 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 okay. See, this is the part, see, that wasn't a super sharp turn, but if it was sharper, I could have done a full circle and ended up on the wrong side of the wall as far as my angle goes. So there might be something coming up here. Actually, let's look over that. Yeah, so that turn right there coming up, I'm worried about. I am worried about that turn coming up. All right. Here it goes. Oh, actually, it's not that sharp from this perspective yet. Yeah, this is fine so far. Okay, come on, come on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is... Okay, this is fine so far. I'm realizing now that I should have probably deactivated both right side sensors, maybe. Because I don't think we ever... want to turn right based off of detecting a wall with this system. I mean, turn left, rather. Detecting a wall. I don't think we ever want to detect a wall on the right side and have that feed us information. We're always turning right when we detect a wall on the left. All right, any weird... I know that there's a weird section up before the tunnel. I think there's a really sharp left-hand turn. That might be the spot that gets us. It's going to be very unfortunate because it's a long way into the course to realize that this isn't going to work. All right, so here's the interesting section. I think we're going to be okay in this section. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's just like an awkward section with with a lot of extra surface area to detect. Uh-oh. No, this is good. We're good as long as we don't turn too sharp. We have to have this balance between our steering sharpness. If we don't turn sharp enough, we might not make some turns, but if we turn too sharp, we might overturn and face the wrong direction. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like being closer to the wall might be better as far as our sensor distance. Maybe. I think we'd be less likely to be able to do that full circle. This is the part I'm most worried about. This is right before the tunnel. So I think there's going to be a relatively sharp left-hand turn here. Okay, not yet. All right, here we go. Sharp turn here. Uh-oh. No, I think we're okay. Yeah, we're good. We are so good. All right, now... I don't know how it's going to handle the end of the course. I feel like we're not going to be able to... I feel like we're going to miss the finish line. I don't know what I could do about that unless... No, this might be... Well, there could be a way around that. If I increase the sensor distance enough, we could just keep ourselves in the course for the end, but I don't know how that's going to affect the rest of the course. But we might not even need to do that. Maybe it'll detect that I finished the course once I just get in that general area. But I'm feeling like probably not, though. I gotta admit, we're near the end of the course. For how basic of a design this is, it's doing a lot better than I was expecting. I hope we don't need to make too many more modifications because as you can see by the timer in the top right, we're almost 11 minutes in, and that's how long it takes me to figure out if there's a mistake. Although if I find a mistake, I can just troubleshoot from that section and not have to do the whole course to get there, obviously. But then once I think I've solved it, then we got to do like the whole course all over again. I am gonna try to do it at least one more time because right now my character's in the vehicle and it looks like I'm driving it. I want to do a completely driverless run and see if we can get like an aerial view of that. But right now it's just like I'm just trying to see, can this vehicle even do it? And so far, I'm leaning yes, except for the end. That might throw a wrench in everything where we have to completely adjust our design. That might change how it performs on the rest of the course too. But let's see what happens. All right, we are about to make essentially the final major turn here. And then it's a home stretch to probably a failure. We're probably not going to get into the finish line unless the finish line includes the stuff that's off the tarmac. This is a big old question that I don't know the answer to right now. Are we going to put down a time? Or are we going to have an underwhelming finish here? All right, so there's the finish line. You can see the little checker barrier. The problem is that checker barrier only appears to apply between the posts. And I don't see a checker barrier over here, so this looks like a bad sign. This looks like a very bad sign. I don't know what's gonna happen. Here we go. Do we finish? Oh no, we don't get a time. Oh wait, leaving. If I'm not in the vehicle, we leave the course. So technically, I can't get an unmanned time anyway. But there it goes. It's gonna continue along its way. Here, let me see. What does this look like from a top-down view? If I'm like up here. All right, we can like barely see it. All right, we could totally do this. All right, so let me try something though. I want to see if I can keep myself, at least for the finish line, I want to keep myself on the course instead of hugging that wall over there. So what happens then if I set these sensors long enough to detect the wall? Let's say 20. All right, where do I need to be for 20? That's not enough to detect. All right, 30 detects until when? Right there. Okay, well, that's also concerning because then it wants to get me that far away from these posts. But hold on. Now let's say I'm on a part of the course where the walls are as close as they can be for the size of the course, which would be right here. Now what's gonna happen? All right, we're going this way. All right, they keep me right about here. Oh no. All right, hold on. Now I need this one to be like 40. These ones don't do an output. We don't need an output on those ones. All right, so that turns me in that direction. Oh, that's a problem. It's way too much. All right, let's also put this on 30. What is that one detecting 30 meters away over there? I think it might be the ground. Here, I'm gonna raise these up. Yeah, wait, why is it? All right, now it's not detecting. All right, so is it able to stay on course now? This seems way less likely to succeed. But let's see what happens when it gets here. It should keep me on the tarmac. Yeah. Come on. I feel like I need another one over there. Okay, so that would finish the race there. Now the question is, what about the rest? Oh, see, look what's happening now. Oh, okay. This seems way more prone to error, but it would at least allow me to finish the course. Why am I turning so much? Oh no, I've turned around now. I don't think this can work. I don't think I can actually get a time. See, the big risk right now is I turn too sharp and I end up detecting the other wall with my front sensor, and then I'll end up turning around completely. I think that's really likely to happen. Like that, I'm pretty sure it almost just happened. Here we go. It's gonna happen. So now we've turned around. Now we're detecting the other wall. So either we take the victory that we had where we got all the way around the course, or we try to get an actual automated time. But in which case, I have no idea what to do anymore. Because to stay, well, then I can't hug the right side. If I hug the right side, then we're not going to finish either because we'll go into the pit stop. All right, unless this one is like less, like 20. Okay, this is definitely better. The default steering angle, I want to go from 0.5 to like 0.3. I don't want to steer as sharp to the left. We're still going to steer as sharp to the right, but when we go left, it's going to be less extreme, which I think is going to be better for us. Oh, here's a problem. No, we avoided it. We avoided the problem. This is rough. This is actually really rough. I don't know if this is going to succeed or not. That one has to be on 30 meters because that's what's going to keep me on the road at the end. But there's also a chance it might not because of the way that I go back and forth. Like when my angle towards the wall changes if it's like perpendicular to the wall or not. Like right now, it's not. All right, come on, turn. So now those problem areas that I was pointing out on the last run are gonna become even more of a problem, or potentially a bigger problem, because if I turn too sharp to the right now, the big risk is that front sensor detecting the opposite side of the wall, and those sensors are supposed to tell it that it's the left side. So if it detects the opposite side and that becomes the left side, we're reversing our direction essentially. Our turning whoops are like our swerves are much bigger, and I don't know what I can do about that. I don't know. This has potential. I might just try it. Let me add another engine though. Or I'm gonna add a couple more engines, see how it feels. All right, well, that's a problem. Oh, it's because we're tilting. So we're detecting the ground. All right, now we're not detecting the ground. Well, let's see what happens. No, we're still detecting the ground from the tilt. Here, let me add some weight to the bottom of this. All right, that definitely helped. Is this speed gonna be enough though? Or not enough, is it gonna be too much is more the question I'm asking. So far it seems okay. We'll definitely get through the course faster this way. All right, there's another thing we can do here. I'm actually gonna put these on 0.5, 0.5, because when they're both on, they're combining into a full turn, but then when this one stops detecting and this one is, then only this one's adding in, so then it steers less sharp. So check it out. Yeah, see, now we have like a couple of different steering settings. I like this. So it steers sharper if we're angled into the wall more. See? Yeah. All right, so we should deal with this section pretty fine. It's the red section, the sharp turn on the red section over here that I'm a little bit concerned with. And then I want to reconfirm that this actually works at the end of the course. Oh, it's gonna meet me over there. I forgot that it's still going. Oh, this part might be bad. No, we'll be okay. Yeah, this part could be bad here though. It could turn us into that wall with how sharp it steers. So this part might be an issue. Here we go. This also could be like a bit of a luck thing. See that? We got lucky, I think. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That was actually closer than I was expecting. All right, here we go. Sharp turn here. We did fine. Yeah, we're doing fine. All right, now let's go to the end of the course, see if this thing works. All right, is it gonna keep us on the road? This isn't looking good. Maybe it is. It worked that time. I feel like we could get stuck though. I don't know. If these swerves end up on the wrong, at the wrong timing, we might not do it. Imagine going 10 minutes through the entire course just for the swerve to be at the wrong timing at the end, making it all the way. But you know what? Let's try it. All right, so I'm gonna repair myself. Here, I think, what do I do this? Here we go. All right, let's try to set an actual time here. This is not a good start. All right, gotta face that way. All right, here we go. Now let's set an actual time here. All right, does it not detect like the pillars? Like, do those things not count? What's going on here? Let's go that way then. All right, now let's set an actual time here. There we go. All right, we're on. We're hands-free. We're gonna let it go and hope for the best. That was actually almost a failure off the start there. This is already riskier. I mean, we're faster. We should be like probably 3/4 of the time, but it's a little bit more concerning, like just watching the swerves. The swerves are very, very aggressive, but they need to be to keep us away from the left wall for the end. All of this is just so that the end works. All right, this is actually gonna be kind of disorienting in this camera. Oh, vehicle chase seems a little bit more reasonable, actually. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, that was close. We almost turned too much there. Oh, this is a lot more difficult. Oh, man, I keep thinking it's gonna detect the opposite wall, but we've been through this section before, right? We've been through most of this before. We should be okay. Now that I'm watching this, I kind of wish I put a third sensor in between those left sensors just for more resolution. But I'm committed now. We're already 2.5 minutes into this and we haven't messed up yet. So I'm gonna ride it out, literally, see what happens. Oh, this part's interesting. We're actually, I feel like we're staying on the course now. Uh-oh, oh, don't turn too sharp though. Uh-oh, this is a sharp turn here. No, this is good. This is good. Yeah, we are getting up into the more interesting course shapes for the left wall now. Oh, turn sharp enough, please. Oh, this part might be bad. This part might be bad. No, we're okay. Oh, this might be bad. No, we're okay. Right? Right? Yeah, we're okay. We can turn sharp enough. All right, this is stressful. Things look like they're gonna not be great, but they end up turning out okay. Let's hope that that is just the standard of the course. They look like they're not gonna be great, but everything's gonna turn out okay, right? I feel like we're halfway through now. We're about halfway through the course. I mean, I think I'm more worried than I need to be for certain situations, because I gotta remind myself that the sensors on the right are now just, they're obsolete, they're useless, they're not programs to actually affect the steering. So even if I end up head on with a wall, all that's gonna happen is if the left sensor detect, I turn right. If the right sensor detects, doesn't. No way! What happened here? This thing's bad for us. Oh, I can't believe that. Was that just like bad luck? Or can I not do this section now? Oh no. All right, let's just let it go and see what happens here. Whoa. See, now what's gonna happen? See, now I feel like it's gonna work fine. It was easy this time. We had bad luck. We actually had bad luck there. Oh, that is so disappointing. I need a clean run. Well, so then what I'm gonna do is add another one like that. And the distance of this one, so this is 20 meters, this is 30 meters. This will be 25 meters. But now I want all of these to be an output of 0.33. Yeah, now we have more resolution of our steering. And then here, I'll just move the... Oh, wait, no. If I move this out, then it's not gonna work for steering. Oh, here we go. I can put this right here with a pipe piece like that. I'm just gonna delete these ones now. This is just gonna be left sensors only. We don't need this stuff. Actually, I kind of want it just for symmetry, just to keep the weight equal. I feel like that's actually going to be an important factor. All right, got a slightly new design here. Let's see if we can pull this off now. Here we go. So now we got 3 sensors, each giving a third of its maximum 15-degree steering. The front left sensor is on 20 meters. The middle left sensor is on 25 meters. And then the left sensor is on 30 meters. So you can see when they all detect, we turn pretty sharp. And then you can watch my steering kind of gradient. It's, ooh, no, it's fine. We can crash as long as we make it to the end. That was concerning though. Now I feel like there's a lot of luck involved with the timing of when these swoops interact with the walls, but it's like, I don't know how to get around that right now. I'm sure with like a super awesome logic system, there's probably a way to have this go super smoothly. But right now, this is the system I'm stuck with, and I'm gonna hope that we get lucky at that part that I was unlucky last time. Okay, we're getting into some dangerous territory now. This whole left section is there's just a lot of stuff going on. So this is where now anything, we could be in a very different situation or a very similar situation, and I have no idea what we're coming up on with just how the timing of our left and right swerves are gonna line up with that awkward section where it like just goes deep and curves back around. But we still have a little bit to get there. Oh no! Okay. I'm worried. 4.5 minutes of waiting just to see if it's gonna work or not. Guys, I know it can work, but there's just a chance it doesn't, and we won't know for 5 minutes, I guess. All right, here it is. This is the section right here. This isn't looking good. No, it's looking good now. Is it? No, no, come on, come on, come on, no! Yes, yes, no, we're okay. We're gonna make it. It's still automated. It's not perfect, but we just gotta make it to the end. Oh no, it was stressful. Oh, this is bad. Oh no, this is bad. This is another bad section. Oh no. What are you doing to me? I can't take it. It's so stressful. Okay, I don't know if there's a section like that up ahead or not. I feel like I'm trying to think my way through the rest of the course, and I feel like the rest of it is not harder than what we've already been through. The only other thing is going to be, does this whole system now, the reason why we have these massive swerves is because I wanted the ending to lead me through the actual finish line and not to the left of the posts. And I think there's a chance that our swerving could be luck-based when it comes to that section too. We might swerve around the posts rather than going through them. So I really hope that in the next however many minutes it takes to get to the end, that we make it there, and also we make it through the finish line and get an automated car time. Whoa, whoa, something weird happened there. Oh. Oh, I'm getting worried about this part. I think we rocked a little bit, and then the sensors detected the ground for a second. That was the first time I think that happened on this entire course, where the sensors responded to the ground instead of the wall, and that's not good. Oh, this part, this sharp turn here, the course goes way out left. This might be a bad spot. This might be a bad spot. Uh-oh. Here we go. No, this is okay so far. We're doing okay. Come on, come on. Yeah. 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 All right, we made it through that section. We're almost on the home stretch. I have tested it from here. I think I've tested it from here. Please. Please lay down a time. Please lay down a time. Oh, this is it. This is it. Come on. Stay on the course. I hope it detects the posts. Detect the posts. Detect the posts. It did exactly what I was afraid it was gonna do. It just swerved right around. Look at our tire mark here. There was the finish right there. And it just went right around the post. What do I do about this? That was 10 minutes of waiting. I don't know if I can do that again. I'm genuinely not sure how to handle that. Like, if we go now, like, now watch. I'm starting again. Now watch. It's gonna be fine. Look, no problem. It detected the posts and everything. It was just bad luck. All right, if I start here, though, this is like the opposite. See, now I'm like on the opposite wavelength here. But now it still worked. I feel like we had the odds were so in our favor. Like, I feel like the odds of that happening are way lower than the odds of that not happening. Oh, here we go. It's gonna happen again now, isn't it? Okay. I don't know what to do about that. I got two options. Do it again, wait 10 minutes and hope. Or make an adjustment and that doesn't ruin everything else, but I don't know what that adjustment would be. See, this is what I wanted. You see that? You see how I'm riding the edge there? That doesn't happen though. I do bigger swerves instead of just like riding the edge. Oh, I got an idea. So we have another one in the back that's a... See, the problem with these ones in the front is they have to be a shorter distance so they don't detect the other wall. But if I have this one in the back that is actually set to angle forward by like 45 degrees. Now... Oh, I need a big swerve again. All right, I think even more distance though. Let's say 35 meters. So now it'll detect the wall more likely when I'm angled to the left towards the wall. That's kind of the goal I'm getting at here. See? Yeah. I think that adds a little bit more resolution into our wall detection. So now you can see I'm kind of staying on the course. I'm gonna just hope that that fixed it. That rear sensor, I'm hoping, is all I needed. Let's see what happens. I gotta wait 10 minutes again for this to work. All right, here we go. It's a waiting game. This is actually, it kind of is feeling way better. As far like the swerves, I feel like the swerves are less now. They're less extreme. Yeah, that thing makes a huge difference. I'm pretty proud of that. Pretty proud of that. All right, let's see if it serves me the rest of the... Before I get too proud of myself, let's see if it actually works in the long run. All my other ones made it past here, relatively no problem. So we'll see what happens. Man, I gotta, like, I've been watching this thing, and that back sensor is so useful to preventing me from getting too far angled into the walls. Like, it's just keeping me on a much more consistent... A much straighter path, although it is, you know, it's of course it's swerving the entire time, but the swerve is just way less extreme. Like we're saving a lot of distance, I think, as far as like distance traveled over the ground. All right, here's the hard part that we messed up at before. What's gonna happen with the new version? All right, no problem. Definitely turned sharper than I wanted to there, but the wall turned sharp, so it's kind of what had to happen. Uh-oh, this is a problem too, maybe. No, we're... Oh, go. That back sensor is doing a lot of work there. Okay, so we got through the first hard part with 0 collisions this time. Last time, we crashed, and we kind of got lucky getting out of the crash unscathed. This time, we didn't even crash. This is already looking very promising. Now, it's pretty much just a matter of that end section. Do we set a time or not? This is what I like right here. You see I'm staying on the course this whole time? Yeah, that is what I need for the finish line. I'm feeling optimistic. We're getting close. Feeling optimistic about this. All right, here it is, last turn. Let's see what happens. Can we manage our swerves so we end up getting back on track after this awkward section here? That's looking good. All right, now we're gonna end up gearing more towards the right side here because the walls are pretty close, but should be fine. All right, here it is, moment of truth. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen here? That back sensor should help us stay on the road. Oh, this is looking great. This is actually looking really great. Oh, that scared me. Imagine if I turned around right there. We cut like a full minute off the time too. Last time we got there around 9 minutes. Just because we're swerving way less, we were basically just driving less distance, and that cut a minute off of the time. We're better than 0% of other players. New personal best. So it took me 8 minutes and 42 seconds for a self-driving car to get through the course, and all these sensors are useless. It was interesting, the things that I ended up going with as far as strategy goes. There was the obvious drive straight until you detect a wall. Didn't work out. Instead, I went with have a constant turn going and then turn the other way when you detect a wall. So that way you get to hug one side, and that ends up being more promising. And then ended up being this back sensor, putting it in the back so that it's less likely to detect the opposite wall in front of the vehicle as it turns away from the wall. So that was really useful. And then angling it towards this front sensor, because the big thing I was having was this sensor, when our vehicle turned to the left, it would be facing in this direction. So it would increase the distance it needed before it detected the wall on the left. But with this one angling up here, it would essentially end up being a shorter distance to the wall. So it ended up just creating more resolution, and it ended up being what we needed. So there we go, self-driving vehicle completed the Grand Prix Circuit in 8 minutes and 42 seconds. I guess from here it would just be how fast of a vehicle can you make self-drive the Grand Prix? I don't know if I want to take on that challenge or not, because I just feel like there's so much that would go into that. That is way over my head, but let me know what you guys thought, and if you guys enjoyed it, you'll probably enjoy some more you can find right here on the end screen of this video as earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.